Dubious ones, welcome back to the channel for more Marvel Rivals. Today we are going to break down all of Venom's new abilities, his ultimates, his attacks. We are going to give you the full breakdown of Venom as we go into this beta here. So let's get right into it. Now, if you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, make sure you're smashing that subscribe button. Smash the like button for me as it helps with the algorithm. And let's take a look at my personal favorite newcomer that's coming to us here in the beta in Venom. Looks absolutely sick, gorgeous. The alternate attire, the alternate color for him looks great as well. But his first attack, as we're going to see here, is Dark Predation. It unleashes his tentacles forward to attack enemies. This is your left click. We're not sure what it's going to be on controller, but you can see it's your left click when you're playing on PC here. And it's just going to be your basic bread and butter attack when you're going in to attack people. Now, Cellular Corrosion unleashes tentacles to slow down your enemies within reach. Enemies who are unable to break free in time will suffer damage. So it's a cool AoE thing for when there's multiple enemies around. It will do damage to everybody, as you'll see right here. And while they're wrapped in that, you are free to attack them regularly. So you can lock them in that, and then you can still attack them with your Dark Predation or with your other attacks as well, which is very cool. Next, he's got Symbiotic Resilience. This is with the E key, obviously, if you're playing on mouse and keyboard. Generate bonus health against damage. The lower Venom's health, the greater bonus health generated. So if you were worried about tanks being overpowered before, right now we have a situation where the lower Venom already starts with 800 health. He's already starting with 800 health. The lower he gets in health, he can use this ability and he will get not only all his health back, but he'll give him like a huge overshield essentially. He'll get more health. The lower he waits to use this ability, the more health he's getting back. So you're going to have a really, really hard time taking down Venom unless you are massively team shooting or using your ultimates. As you're going to see here, he's being shot down, and they only let it get to about 458 health. And now look at that number. Look at that number it just shot up to. 1140 health. They only let it get down to 450. Imagine if your health is at like 10 or 20. The amount of health you're going to get, because the lower his health, the greater the bonus generated. This popped his maximum health, if you have healers around, up to 1482. Let that sink in for you. That is absolutely overpowered and busted. That is so crazy. I do want to go back here just a second because I do want to see what the cooldown. So it looks like it's got a 15-second cooldown. Is that right? Yeah, so about a 15-second cooldown on it. That's crazy to have that up so frequently. I mean, it's not a guaranteed win button, but it is huge. Now, his web swing, the Venom swing on your left shift, if you're, again, on mouse and keyboard here. Launch webbing forward, allowing for a singular swing in the desired direction. So this has a longer cooldown than Spider-Man's web swing does, unless in the patch they've changed Spider-Man's timing. But from where it was in the alpha, this has a little bit of a longer cooldown, which is something I was thinking about because he's a tank and has so much health. Having the ability to web swing in and out like Spider-Man did for Venom, to me, just made him super broken, super overpowered. So I'm glad to see they did kind of look at that. As you're going to see, I believe it's, what, a 10-second cooldown when they go to use this ability here. Let's take a look here. So it looks like as he uses it... Oh, no, it's only an 8-second cooldown when he drops it. Okay, so it's on an 8-second cooldown, and one cool thing that you can pair it with is he has this Frenzied Arrival ability where Venom's able to dash towards the location of from a certain height, and upon landing, he will damage nearby enemies, knocking them back towards the landing point. Think of Halo, think of your like Spartan smash on the ground, or if you play Destiny 2, the Titan, you know, when you smash the ground, when you have that ability, when you're in the air, he does a similar thing, but it will knock opponents back. So if there's a part on the map that has some broken areas where you can actually knock them off the map with this ability, and you can come right out of the web swing or just jump from a high platform and smash down with this ability. As you'll see here, they bounce, they fall back down, but this can knock enemies off off platforms that have off the map if there's a break in the map somewhere where they can fall off. So very cool because he can come out of that from a web swing. I think that ability is super cool because it looked like low damage, right? But the fact that he can web swing and come right out of that with that is pretty cool. What was the cooldown on it when he hit it? It looks like another 8-second cooldown for Venom's abilities here. But very cool. I like it. Yeah, 8-second cooldown. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Now, Venom's passive ability here is Alien Biology. So his passive is press the spacebar to wall crawl. While crawling, you can press the left click to sprint. Again, this is on mouse and keyboard. We'll see what the controller bindings are for that in the beta later on today. But these passive skills allow him to walk on walls just like Spider-Man, and you can sprint on them as well, which is very, very cool. So I love the crawling animation, and then you can do sprint, you can jump through them. So that's a pretty neat passive. Very, very Venom vibes. Really, really like it. And his passive of the Touch of Clintar. Venom shares a part of his symbiotes with Spider-Man and Penny Parker activating their symbiote abilities. Spider-Man and Penny Parker can then convert the symbiotes into explosive spikes that inflict harm on nearby enemies and relentlessly drive them back. Now, for me personally, from seeing this, as you're going to see here, I'm not crazy about the animation of this, and it's something I hope they maybe change a little bit or in the future. It's just I'm not crazy about the way it looks, just the blobs. It looks kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't look good to me. This game looks really beautiful and really polished. I didn't like how well that looks. I get the symbiote effect. It is very handy. It is very helpful because when you're in proximity to your opponents, it's just a bonus thing. You can still be attacking using your regular attacks when these spikes are coming at you, and it will push enemies back and push them away from you, as well as Venom can as well be attacking while this stuff happens. So it's a really cool passive ability that they just go off as you're near enemies and will push them back. Here, as you're seeing once again, the cellular corrosion, we saw that unleashes that damage when they're all hooked into it. And like I said, you can use any other attacks to follow up with this while you're using the cellular corrosion there. Now, obviously, the big thing we want to see is his ultimate. What does it look like? How is the ultimate? So let's take a look at that right now. Here, you're going to see that with his ultimate, he slams into the ground and then symbiotes all over the ground. And you actually see, if you look right here, you actually have a decent amount of time to move around in this, but you only get to attack once with it. So it doesn't look like it's really nearly as powerful as some of the other ultimates. Think Storm, think Star-Lord, think the Punisher. This to me, Scarlet Witch, like there are a lot of powerful ults in this game. This to me just doesn't really seem like one. I'll rewind it a bit again so you can see it from the beginning without interruption. But to me, it's okay. I guess it's got some time. You find your opponent, you find where you want to jump up. It has a multi-hit, but it's not even taking down these bots with minimal health. Like it's not even doing what I'm guessing it's doing less than 250 or less than 350 damage. And for an ultimate, it doesn't seem like the strongest thing in the world to me. It does leave them kind of one shot. Here you can see the swinging ability. That's cool. Here we're going to get to see a little bit more of the ultimate in-game action here for you guys to take a look. So when you're in a crowd, as you can see, he's attacking with his tendrils. He does have little punches and stuff you can use as well. But here, as you can see, yeah, he just kind of jumps up. As they were getting healing, it barely did anything to them. So to me, I'm going to have to say, as far as his ultimate's concerned, I do love the Venom playstyle. I do like the gameplay loop from what it looks like so far. But I'm not crazy about the ultimate. So let's take another look here at the ultimate in real gameplay. So again, barely killed Bruce Banner there, and it was from help from team shots. I just feel like it's not doing a lot of damage. And one last thing we will take a look at is just with the team up ability here with Spider-Man and his daughter there. You can see Penny Parker, that's her name, sorry. So with Penny and Spider-Man here, I don't know if Venom has to be in a certain range within them. Like, I'm not exactly how sure for those to go off, or if they just kind of go off on their own on a set timer when there's an enemy close enough. It looks like it's a timer thing. I don't know if it continues, if it would continue. I don't think if you get too far away with Venom, you'll still be able to do it. But pretty neat. As you can see, it will just go off. You can still use your regular attacks when you are doing it. As you can see, Venom's still back here. They're still going off, so it looks like it's got pretty good range to it. Let's take a look at that one more time. So it's kind of cool. It's just, you know, they just go off randomly. It helps push enemies back. Because he is a tank and he wants to be in there, it's helpful for his teammates, especially DPSs like Spider-Man, who's going to want to be getting in and out. If you're there, and you can also heal yourself when you're getting low, he can come in, do his damage. It's just a little bonus extra on top. It's not going to hurt. I definitely think, for me personally, if I see a Venom on the team, I'm likely going to probably run Spider-Man. Same goes if I see a Spider-Man and a Penny Parker on a team, I'll happily run Venom. You know what I mean? For those team up abilities that we are getting there. But anyways, Dubious Ones, let me know what you thought, what you think of Venom. Are you excited? What ability of his are you most excited for? Do you think he's going to be overpowered? Do you think that healing when he's low in health, being able to just get that massive jump in health, as you can see even right there, you see he got that jump to let's see the healing rate. As you'll see, this is when he's almost max health as it is, and then he pops the ability, and he up to 994 health. So the lower it is, the more health you're going to have. So I think he's going to be a real pain to deal with. It looks like it's what, on an 8-second cooldown. It's pretty crazy. It's a lot. It's a lot, chat. Anyways, Dubious Ones, sound off in the comments down below. Are you excited for Venom? Is this going to be your new main, or do you think he was a little lackluster? I want to know. But that's going to do it for this one. I will catch you guys in the next one, and stay tuned for the channel, as I'm going to be streaming this game all throughout the beta here on the channel, right here on YouTube. But that's going to do it for this one. Dubious Ones, catch you in the next one. Deuces.
Make way for Mr.